I wish that StreamYard would fix it where you could comment if you're in the thing.
Right? StreamYard needs to get up on its game on a couple things. I want to welcome in. We have Nikki T and Cajun. Cajun was in here first. Nikki T came in second. Cajun and Nikki T, I want to say thank you so much to you guys. You guys are always supporting. In we have Nikki T and Cajun. Cajun was in here first.
Is that me?
Second. I don't know. And Nikki T,
Not I. I was screwy that it was me.
You, Eric. You guys
Hold on, it might be me. Yep.
All right.
There we go.
That's
yeah,
right.
I think so.
So I just wanted to say thank you to them because they're always supporting me, and they're
Sam is here.
Who's here?
Sam.
Double.
Oh yeah, my chat just went crazy. We got Dapper Tiger Sam in.
How does he not have ranch?
We need to fix that, right?
Yeah.
He needs some
Jim
ranch.
Davis.
Sure.
Jim Davis. What's up,
so, Jim? Eric, while we're getting Sam some ranch, tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into this.
Going back to like September. So I've only been reselling since September. My daughter had LuLaRoe. You guys have seen that on Colton's channel. He's the only one I know that can still sell it.
Yeah.
But she had a bunch of LuLaRoe. She used to be a consultant for them and had a closet full at my house. She's 25. So I was like, hey, we need to get rid of this stuff. You hadn't done anything with it in like a year and a half.
Yeah.
So I put some on eBay and sold about a grand total of 5 pieces. But in the meantime, I do yard sales and thrift stores anyway, like just looking for random stuff. So since I had the eBay app, I started looking at stuff. And when I did, I came across some of Jimmy's favorite finds, action figures, man. I found like 5 totes at a yard sale. I looked up the first one, and he was worth $45. The guy asked for $45 for all 5 totes, and I was on my way. So then I started doing YouTube about end of October after watching some other people and saying, hey, I could do that, same as them. And so I've been kind of on it since.
Uh-oh, he froze up.
That's all right.
He's out there on that island. He's got that island internet.
I would definitely pick up those totes like he was saying.
Yeah, action figures are they're a lot of work though. But yeah, that's cool that he grabbed that up. Like you said, he looked the first one up and grabbed it up.
Yeah.
We got some people that jumped in the chat.
Yeah, I seen.
Who do you see?
I see Calvin first of all that jumped in.
Calvin, what's up?
And Steve. I can't find him in the chat. There he is.
What's up, Steve?
I want to say hello to you guys. Thank you for dropping in. I know there's a lot of lives going on, but appreciate you guys coming over and hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks for coming over. He gone.
He'll be back in a minute.
He'll be back. We hope. We might have scurried him away.
So, Jimmy, I hope you got some good questions for him. I got a couple good questions for him because I watched a couple of videos to refresh my memory because, you know, there's so many of us in this community. I'm like, who did what?
I got questions like, what's it like sourcing on an island?
Right? Do you have a full pepperoni pizza or do you only have one pepperoni?
What's popping? What's popping with you, Calvin?
Yeah, hey, Calvin.
Today, went to an estate sale today. The estate sale was overpriced, but I still found a couple things. A Nintendo Wii for $60.
At first, I didn't know there was a way to.
Oh, because Nikki T was asking because she wants to put her Mercari. Whoa!
At first,
she wants to put her Mercari on vacation.
Yeah.
She was asking that in the chat.
Nikki T says I'm going vacation and I gotta figure this store out.
Welcome back, Eric.
Okay.
So, Eric, I gotta ask my big question.
Yeah, that was a short story, guys. Short interview.
At least you weren't frozen in like an embarrassing face. You weren't like. Or anything like that. So
That's always how Jimmy freezes.
Yeah, I freeze like this.
Yeah. I know.
Josh,
that's how Ecom and Beyond got
like,
those eyes. So my biggest question to you, Eric, you don't have to go into details about it so everybody can go over and watch that video, but that video that you posted about selling $2,500 worth of something, was that your biggest flip?
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch the end of the video, I go into great detail about what happened. But essentially, I bought a Pokemon box of cards for $50 and flipped it for $2,500. So they were rare Japanese. And dude, if you would saw the store that this was at, wasn't your typical thrift store. It was basically like a guy was liquidating a bunch of storage unit stuff. And he literally had stuff piled in the floor of this place. Like this was before I was filming video and that kind of stuff. It looked like a trash dump, like literally. And I went in and he said, "I think this is valuable." And he held it up. And I actually ended up splitting that deal with a buddy of mine because I honestly thought he was going to ask a lot more money.
Yeah.
And he said, when he said $50, I almost tore the bill in half trying to get it out to him.
Right. I know that feeling.
We scanned it. There was some loose packs, and then there was some. There was a full sealed case, and the loose packs. We scanned one pack. It was $60. There was 6 in that case. So
wow.
Yeah, I actually had a guy when I listed that. My buddy had just started, and so I was like, "Dude, I'll list it on mine. We'll just split the profits. We'll split the buy-in." Because I thought the guy, he said, "I think this is worth like $1,000." So I literally thought he was going to ask for like $400 or $500. And when he said $50, I was like, "Wow!" So I listed that thing, and I had people messaging me from all over the world, saying, "We'll give you $1,300. We'll give you $1,400. We'll give you $1,500." I had a guy message me from Charlotte, North Carolina, and we kind of chatted back and forth. And I started at 3 with it and ended up at $2,500. And I went ahead and threw in the rest of the packs because Charlotte for me is a 1-day ship. So I was like, "Yes, sir. I will do that. Send it to Greece or Italy or Japan all day long." So.
Wow.
By the way, if you have any Pokemon cards, I know a guy who'll pay big for them. So,
hey, I have some.
Yeah, he said if you have any sealed, he actually sells on eBay as well, among other places. But he sells exclusively Pokemon cards. Nice. So he's always looking for connection. So go watch the video. You can see the whole context.
So have you been back to that store?
No, it's done. That was it. The last day I went there, he was working for one more day. Literally, the ceiling was falling in half the building. And he had a ton of other cool stuff there, but I was basically sweating, like waiting to see how much we were going to have to pay for those Pokemon cards. He had showed me like Cabbage Patch dolls in the box from 1985, like 5 or 6 of them. But he was asking like $20 a piece, and I was like, choice of cards or that kind of stuff. I'm gonna go for the Gusto one item. So
yeah.
But we have a upcoming video soon about another major pick. Jimmy got a little sneak preview of what's going on, but you can see the
super score.
You can see the retro behind you, boys.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's.
I'll give you a little sneak peek.
So thank you.
This is 1984.
In the box. So it is that.
Yeah, and I literally took the paper off.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what was your second best find that you've already video or already?
Probably the one I'm fixing to drop a video on. Mm-hmm. I basically bought a sporting goods store.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I paid for it in 4 sales.
Wow.
That happened about 15-minute time span.
Wow.
So, yeah. Pretty incredible. So I should stand it. Yeah, I mean, I'll preview a little bit. I don't know who else in here watching, but there are people that watch the channel anyway, so I'm sure that they'll be looking. Yeah, I just spent like $750 and bought a sports store.
Wow.
So it an old sports store. I sold 4 pair of shoes for $800 right out of the gate. So it's paid for. Like,
wow.
Everything else. I've got a yard sale going on tomorrow and Saturday. I'm actually doing one myself and blowing out some old inventory and just getting rid of some stuff and a lot of the low end items that came in on that sports deal.
Mm-hmm.
Got to make some room. Got a shed coming next week and going to the 127. So
awesome.
Need room all the way around.
Sam says you're still trying to get your blood pressure under control after that haul.
And I'll tell you this. You see these shoes right here? This is a display shoe. If I had the other one of these, sky's the limit.
Right.
Like these are like 1970 some All-Stars, Chuck Taylor, made in the U.S. Those things are like gold.
Yeah.
So,
are you going to try to sell them individually?
I've looked. I actually have the box for both of those. The box goes for about $25.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Steve-O for sure. Wish I bought a bigger shed. My wife wishes I bought a bigger shed. So, yeah. Yeah.
Thanks for dropping those links, Sam, to the channels. And I know you do that live show with Sam every Friday, which will be tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. We have Caleb from Phoenix. Help me out, Sam. Phoenix. I always get him and Matt mixed up. I think he's Phoenix Finds.
Okay.
Sorry, Caleb.
Matt's the Phoenix Flipper.
Type it
Quicker,
in.
picker up, or hey, whatever. It's all the same.
Bail me out.
Phoenix Resale.
Sam was my partner in crime. Yeah. Flipper, picker, something. What is it?
Resale.
Resale.
There you go.
With the bailout. Sam with the bailout.
Uh-huh.
The delay is real.
It's funny when I first met Sam and we kind of got into doing this. There you go. Finder, picker, reseller.
You
flipper.
have a 25% chance of getting it right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
exactly. Like I
the
said.
The delay is real.
Flipper, picker, upper, it's all the same.
It's the quicker picker.
Yeah.
Yep. Quicker
there you go.
Flipper.
That's a good one. There's a second channel name, Quicker Picker.
There's a guy on Instagram that's the quicker flipper picker or something like that.
Yeah. And I had to message Jimmy it, and I had to message it to Chris because I was like, I totally messed up his name, and this might be his alias.
Steve-O asked a question, and I want to ask it because Eric recently had on his channel a epic listing. What's the word I'm looking for? Like he listed 80 items in one day over 8 hours or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how many listings did that take you to after you did that?
Well, it took me up and then I went back down a little bit. I got to 800 and now I'm back down to 779. That's I listed about 30 items yesterday. So
wow, 30. Nice.
Yeah, I was hanging around 800. Still trying to get there.
I hit 851 today.
Yeah, I was motivated. Woo! After I listed the first 4 and they sold, motivated.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you did 51?
851.
That's awesome.
No, 851 today. Like that's where I reached.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
sailing
awesome, bro.
just at 381.
That's good.
Yeah.
Dude,
We're not doing
Nikki
much.
T listed what 213.
Yeah, Nikki T went from like 0 to 100. And
Aaron, you got tons of stuff going on. Yeah, we're not. Me and Jimmy aren't doing the work you're doing right now. Growing,
it's
baby.
a lot of fun. I'm counting down.
Dang, Cajun had a good Build-A-Bear sale.
I'm counting down the days. I'm not saying it'll be easier with the newborn, but I'm saying it might be.
Yeah. Our girls were 18 months apart. So I know the deal. It's definitely. Now, I don't know it like my wife knows it, but I know the deal.
Right? You have to go through it a little bit.
Crispy killing it with those plushes, man.
Yeah, I don't do very good with plushes. I bought a couple plushes, and I can't even sell Mickey and Minnie Mouse.
I did buy a plush today. I bought a Smokey the Bear plush.
That's a good one.
He talks too. I just got to put the new batteries in.
So, Eric, what is your specialty? Or do you just kind of sell a little of everything, or comp? And
I sell everything. I mean, I know guys stuff, to be honest. Like, it's crazy. People are always like, clothing I don't do much with. I've tried it. I've got a couple of totes of clothing that I hadn't even touched. The only thing I've sold is Harley Davidson shirts. I sold a bunch of those. I sell hats and shoes when it comes to clothing, media, video games, even dabble in some toys. I was on IG today with Tim over the years because I got a couple more free boxes of glass. So I'm dabbling a little bit there. But
yeah, I was too till it broke in shipment, and I was like, "Yep, no more. I'm done."
So
my first thing with glass. Good. I was gonna say my first thing with glass was I went to a yard sale back in the fall, and the lady had those PJ Carousel horses. They're like porcelain horses. Not the big ones, but they're like, decent size, probably 10, 12 inches, some of them. And man, I broke like 4 of them things right out of the gate. And I mean, you're talking like $40, $50 horses. So I probably had, Lord, 40 of them. Yeah. So I was like, man, I can't turn it down. I mean, there's one of them I sold for $100. Yeah. And it snapped the legs right off that rig. Yeah. I was like, ooh. So then I met Tim, and Ma Dukes kind of educated me on the wrapping after watching her stuff. So I actually haven't broke anything, knock on wood. I don't have any near me, but knock on wood. Yeah. Broke anything a little bit. Not like that.
So have you found that you're getting to the point where you don't have to look everything up? Do you still spend a lot of time like looking stuff up at yard sales and at thrift stores? Or are you getting to the point where
not as much at yard sales? What I used to do when I first started was I used thrift stores like school. So I scan everything in there. Like, because I got time when I was in there, like to just sit there and go through it. If I didn't know about it, scan it. Yard sales, honestly, man, I do pretty good at yard sales just because some things I know, I look for quirky stuff or I buy in bulk to where I'm like, even if you blow a couple items, you're okay. Like you can,
I buy in bulk.
Like I'm having yeah. That's what I do, man.
AKA I buy entire stores.
Yeah.
Just a sports store.
And Sam said I was like Mr. Buys a lot when I called him about it. He was like, I was like, dude, I'm not anywhere near that guy. My inventory would like fill Mr. Buys a lot's little bathroom at his shop, I think. But yeah.
Well, I asked that question because like I watch a lot of your videos and you have that eye. Like you just have an eye for stuff. And that's why I was curious, like, is a lot of it just like, boom, I see it, I know that's worth money, or do you spend the time looking it up? But you definitely have like that really good eye for stuff.
well, it's crazy. I mean, like some things I do still look up. I mean, obviously yard sales. For me, it's kind of crazy. Like, I've started. YouTube's a journey, and we all know that because we're in it.
Right.
But for me, the stuff that I wish I'd film a lot of times, I don't.
Yep.
And just getting the GoPro, that kind of changed things a little bit. But prior to that, I'm like, dude, I got my phone. I can film with my phone, or I can look up stuff on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
But like when you watch that golf video I have, that's what I do at yard sales. I mess with people and talk to them and hang out. And then when I go to pay, they're like, oh, here.
Oh, this guy's, this guy's nice. Let's give him a deal.
So, I do that and I bundle. I mean, if you see me walk out of a yard sale with one item, then it's bad. It's real bad. Like, for me, I'm gonna find one item that's gonna pay for everything I pick up, and everything else I feel like is throw-ins.
Yep.
So that's just how I do. I look for things. But if you also watch that video, you'll see I miss stuff and have to come back sometimes. Like that golf pickup. Dude, there was 5 clubs sitting there that I was like, they look a little expensive to me. I think I'm going to leave them. Yeah. I drive down to the end of the road, and I'm sitting on my phone comping, and then I come back, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and grab them too. Guys, like, thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Like, $100 club, I walk right past it. Like,
that's what I do, for sure. Yep. Speaking of clubs, we got Casey, Carolina Hustler just dropped in. What's up, Casey? And then Dan, the Answer Man's here. What's up, Dan?
Yeah, there is a major delay in the chat today because I don't even see them yet.
Yeah, they just dropped in.
I just had to scroll down too. I was like, man, my chat is showing it's disconnected. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
I think mine is too. So
there you go.
When you pull up your yard sale app, I don't know if you were in here last week about the pizza, but Jimmy and I, when we pull up our yard sale app, there's quite a few little red dots on it. And then when Josh from Flip Find Funds pulls up his, there's like 1 or 2.
And he had to zoom out to see them.
Yeah, just to find those.
Yeah, that's a question I'm definitely curious about. Like, because you're out there on the islands.
Most of what you find, well, here, I'll show you, like, tomorrow, the only yard sale is mine. I don't know if you can see that.
I got one.
Yeah.
There's 1 dot. I'll be there.
Yeah. I'll be on that one for sure. But look, so Saturday is pretty much the close to the same. Honestly, I don't think a lot of people out here use Craigslist, to be honest.
Right.
And that's what Treasure Map uses. So it's kind of, so what I do, and it's kind of funny because I have a couple guys who tag me all the time. They'll find yard sales on Facebook and they'll tag me. And so then I kind of formulate a plan. But let me show you. I don't know how good this map will show up, but all right. So you can see where I'm at.
Yeah.
That's my house, right?
Yeah.
So I go all the way to right here. So that's a 1-lane road, 2-lane road going up, coming back. So usually my yard sale adventure is I leave my house, I go up, me and my wife like scout either side of the road, look for signs. Because the best yard sales aren't on Treasure Map. The best yard sales are the ones that somebody didn't advertise at all and they stuck a little sign in the ground and you're like roll up on somebody who's giving you stuff, like you get rid of it. So that's what's happening. I mean, so we do that. Kind of used to our sourcing day look like on Saturday. So we call it up the beach. So we drive up the beach in the morning. We leave our house and we're the ones that people have tagged me in. I've kind of got them marked. Okay, I know where this is at. I know where this is at. But we're just going up. We're checking yard sales on the way up. And then we thrift on the way back because we have about 6 thrift stores we can hit on the way home.
That's nice.
And it depending on how yard sales went that day as to how much thrifting we do or how picky I am when I go to the thrift store. But honestly, here lately, man, I'm spoiled, and I'll just tell you how important relationships are. I have 2 thrift stores that hook me up. Like, I mean, literally, I have one thrift store. Now I do, it's ran by a Christian rehab, like drug rehab facility. I actually teach at that facility 1 day a week. and I know the directors and all that kind of stuff. Those guys get so much stuff, and they're only one store. They're not like Salvation Army or Goodwill. They get so much stuff. Like, he called me the other day and said, hey, I got a guy backing up a trailer right now to the place. There's one guy in there working. What's he going to do with that stuff? Like, they don't have a receiving dock or anything like that. So he's like, look, if you want to go by and pick out whatever you want, just go and get it. So, I mean, I've done that 2 or 3 times. When I said I got that glass for free, that's what it is. Because if I don't get it, it's going in the dumpster. Like, that's just what happens. So those guys all the time. So a couple of the guys that work in there, they're like holding things back for me and saying, hey, I think you like this. I got this sitting over here when I go in. So I'll go see them 2 or 3 times a week. And then there's one other thrift store who this guy, he watches my channel sometimes. Actually, if you go back, I'm trying to think what videos, when I was doing the Death to Death Pile Challenge, the Mission Thrift shows up in one of those videos. Mission Thrift, that guy's a reseller. He moved here from Chicago area, and he has he's a big Amazon guy. He has white label in Amazon. He used to do, have you guys ever watched Reseller Rabbit? You know who that is?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like the guy who does buy stores and runs that 3-2-1 sale, $3, $2, $1. That guy used to do that same thing in Chicago area. So he's big time. And so it's funny. His employees stick stuff back for me, and they're like, hey, he hadn't come in yet. You want to look at this? Like, so sometimes I leave it for him. Sometimes I come back. But the rest of our thrift stores down here are kind of either overpriced or just there's nothing there. Like, now, if you were a clothes reseller, like, you know, Poshmark stuff, you would kill it here. I mean, I'll just tell you, like, there is stuff galore. Surf brands, there's some wealthier neighborhoods that people are just dropping clothes at Goodwill like crazy. But, you know, for me, I was like, I just, you know, I don't know what I'm doing with that stuff. And I hate, like, I've got some Jordache jeans right now. People send me messages all the time. They're like, hey, can you measure 3 inches above the knee? I was like, come on now. Like, I mean, you might have to do something about it. Like, I was like, I don't know. Hey, like, what's 3 inches above the knee? Like, where's the knee? It's an unhemmed pair of pants. Like, where's the knee?
Right.
I don't know. How tall
the best ones to me is, can you model that? I'm like,
yeah.
No.
Wait,
they're
what?
for sale because they don't fit me. No.
That's it. And my chat is so far.
Yeah,
behind.
mine has not moved at all. I
That's
didn't see.
Harry's here. What's up, Harry?
Yeah,
Hi,
Jimmy, you
all of
have to keep us up on the chat because our chat is
Our chat hasn't changed either on StreamYard, so but on I'm up to date on
StreamYard's Harry.
Yeah. Harry said hi to all of us. Broken.
Yeah, I don't see Harry. I don't see anybody that dropped in. I put mine in there, but I don't see nothing else.
Said hi to Casey. I think that's
The last one I saw was that Casey saw the video that I put out. That's talking about golf clubs about an hour.
he did ask you where you're at. Casey want to know where you're at because he's in Carolina, obviously the Carolina Hustler.
Yeah. Casey, I think he's out near Pinehurst, right?
I'm not 100% sure.
I'm out in I'm on the Outer Banks, but I'm Roanoke Island, like right before you get to Nag's Head. You'll cross the bridge. You'll be on the island where the Lost Colony is. That's where I'm at. Wine Cheese, home of Wicked Tuna, all that kind of stuff.
Look him up. He's having a garage sale tomorrow.
Harry just said he was
come on by.
another live, and the chat was messed up on StreamYard for that live too. So it looks like because it's so far behind. Like,
yeah, I have nobody. The last one I have is Steve-O saying LOL and Sam before that.
Right.
So yeah, I'm not working on my end. But
So the chat is broken.
I'd like to play the game, but I'd like to be with the chat playing with us. But
I can help with the chat.
okay,
I got the live chat on YouTube going.
All right.
So I'll represent the chat.
Okay.
I'm usually plugged into
So
Dude, I'm like
awesome
lagging
looking.
like a chick.
Where did you get that amazing logo from?
This one right here? Or
No, the
this
one in the middle of the screen. Both of them. Someone with
That-
talent made those.
That's thanks to Jimmy.
No, actually, that's the best one. Right there.
Wow.
She's even got the music.
Live stream is my.
So,
All right.
Eric, you get to play. Oh, the
All
chat
right.
might be moving a little bit now. But now the game is thinking. Get to come on down. And I got this picture, so it looks like you already won. Because you're pretty excited there. Got to come on down.
Nice.
So we have a Disney Buzz Lightyear.
My grandma watches this show all the time.
This is a plush with beans that are missing. What is your guess
Oh god.
on how much you think that Disney plush was? Hey, look, I was just saying I didn't sell
With
it.
beans missing.
Oh, now it's coming through.
I would say 5.
What's your guess?
5.
I would say throw it in the chat, but the chat's kind of.
He said 5.
Okay. Womp. It sold for 10.
Wait,
But
$10 for a Buzz Lightyear that's
hey,
missing
I'm the
beans?
closest without-
He's missing the beans. I think he's missing his helmet. Yeah, $10. Like Eric said, you never know. Pick it up, comp it, sell it. So you're gonna play the coin
closest
drop.
without going over.
Even though you didn't get it right, Eric, I'm gonna let you play the coin drop.
Hey, I was the closest without going over.
That's right.
Just like
So
Price is Right.
we
Is
have
that higher or lower?
Yeah, is it higher or lower than 30? It's a Sony PlayStation 3 Move Motion eye camera.
That's touch and go. I've sold it on both sides of that number, to be honest. I'm gonna go up higher.
Higher?
Yeah,
All right.
hoping
the
for a
chat
little
think
Corona
higher or
info.
lower.
Uh-oh, PowerPoint. Don't fail us now.
Don't do it. Oh boy, it's all screwed up, isn't it?
Frozen.
What?
It was lower.
Was it for parts and repair?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
How recent?
I was bummed on that one selling, but you get
How
what
recent did you sell that?
What's that?
Wow. Wow.
StreamYard is not.
I said, how recent did you sell that?
I sold that last week before.
This is Terry.
Yeah.
I sold some at the beginning of the big C, and I could get over 30 back then.
So we have a vintage Jim Beam Broadmoor Hotel.
$10.99.
This is all Colorado decor here from 1968. Do you think it's higher or lower than $10.99?
Let's stick with higher.
Higher. All right.
Did it make it in shipping or did it break?
Higher.
It actually was picked up by a buyer here in Colorado Springs.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I'll meet you.
Ooh.
So it was $14.50. Oh, okay. Good job,
Yes.
Eric. He's on a roll.
Yeah. So you get
Yes.
a coin.
Uh-oh. Hey, that was a pretty cool little effect.
Hey.
Woo!
Dang.
1,000. So I noticed too when I was looking back on your videos that we need to get to 1,000 subscribers.
Wow.
I just want to say really quick, What the hell's
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Jeremy and George.
Hello, Jeremy and George. Appreciate you guys stopping in and play some Cost is Correct with us.
We are hanging in there with some StreamYard issues.
Yeah. All right. So he's excited to play again. So we got a vintage Parcheesi game from 1989. What's your guesses there, Eric?
Hey, Calvin's here.
Oh, how did Calvin get in there?
Calvin's playing today.
He said, I'm playing.
You said 1989? Oh, man.
1989 Parcheesi.
I'm going to say 15.
15? All right. I don't know how we went from having you on there to, I don't know. All right. It sold for $10.40. But next game we're playing, self-checkout. So we're going to have some boxes come down the conveyor belt here.
Old conveyor belt.
And I want to know if box number 1,
I'm
2,
just
or
not
3
feeling Parcheesi.
sold for more money than the other 2. The first one is James Patterson Women's Murder Club box set. We got Dave Madison. Get back today. 1976 record. So certified live one.
Okay.
And we have a Sony PlayStation Move motion controller. Out of the 3, which one do you think sold?
So what am I?
So you've got
For the most money?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with box 1.
Box 1. Has the chat said anything, Jimmy?
They're just saying hi to everybody.
Oh, okay.
I think I would have went with box 1 also.
Box number 1. So box number 3.
Only because I've been watching a lot of Midnight Resale.
Then we've got the motion controller. And box number 1 was for $50 plus shipping on the box set. So you got that one correct.
Nice.
Yes. So we're going on to you spinning the wheel. And then again, it looks like you won already.
Get that wheel in.
Yeah. And I want to know how your arm is coming back behind you.
He's talented. His arm is wrapped behind him.
Very flexible. That's funny.
Look at that. And he's celebrating because he got $1.
Triple jointed. Hey, look at that.
Look at this.
Drew character looks so good.
We got
You're getting an earful right now.
Yeah. Looks like Eric is yelling at Jimmy. He's not very happy with his showcase. Because it's YouTube. No. But like I was saying earlier, we need to get OBX Picker Eric up to 1,000. The last I checked, he was at 756. So everybody that's in the chat or anybody that watches this later, need to go in and check out Eric. He's got a great channel. He just recently started doing it.
And
but
just a little, not spoiler, but he's going to have some really good stuff coming up soon with a massive haul that he bought. That's a super score, and he's going to be sharing that with us. Highly recommend going to his channel for that upcoming stuff.
Go smash that bell. Go click subscribe. Eric, you did great on that game. Better than Jimmy did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pushing for the 1K. I'd like to go live at the 127, but on the mobile device.
That would be
you know
cool.
how that works.
Especially when you get your shed. You know, we're all shed envy.
You gotta have it.
What the Hell said they can't wait to see the huge score. I'm telling you guys, I got a sneak peek. It's vintage. It's awesome stuff. Make sure you guys tune into it. Like I got he messaged me on Instagram and gave me a sneak peek of it, and my jaw dropped. I was like, and he's got some little taste of it in the background right there with those Converse that are behind him. That's just a taste of what he got, guys. Like it's amazing.
Hey Jimmy, I think you need to move your microphone because you're like, so he's got this really cool.
Fine, I'll move it then. I'm leaving.
I'm glad that it works. I'm glad that it works.
Gives it that effect. He's got a really cool video coming up soon.
There you go, Eric. You're gonna just have.
You can always give the radio voice. There you go.
Yeah.
They're asking, when are you going to release those videos?
Oh man, I'm hoping. I've got this yard sales Friday and Saturday, so I'm hoping maybe tomorrow afternoon, we'll be doing that. But trying to blow out some of this inventory so I ain't got to move it twice. You know what I mean? Like move it from the house to the shed. I'd rather move it from my house to somebody else's.
Well, I mean, you might not have to move it at all. It might just go from where it's at to eBay and out the door because it's that good of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, there's.
Can you nail down a time for us? Because I'm a very busy mama.
Let's say before our show tomorrow is the plan.
All right.
Yeah.
Would that be like 1 o'clock in the afternoon?
Why are you leaning now? You trying to make fun of me here? What's up? What's happening there? I'm gonna stop.
No, ours is our show's at 8 our time. So what's that?
Mm-hmm.
Eastern. That's 6 our time.
6 you guys' time. Yeah. So I'm hoping to do it before then, but I honestly may drop it afterwards because usually if I drop it before, it gets squashed by my live. So
yeah.
So
maybe 10 p.m.
Eric, what the hell's what they said if you promise to release the score before Sunday evening, we'd love to have you on Sunday night live to share with us.
Okay, cool.
Drop that video, Eric.
We'll get her dropped.
Get on that.
For sure.
No, yeah, they're really awesome. I mean, I know you know who What the Hells is, and they
Yeah. They definitely.
That's cool. That's cool that they're going to do that and have.
That'd be awesome.
And trust me, Jeremy and George, I'm not overhyping it. This is some really cool vintage stuff from a sporting goods store. It's really cool stuff.
Yeah, I wish I was cool enough to buy a sporting goods store.
I was jealous as could be.
Right.
All right,
man.
And I'm just so you guys know, I'm just transferring the communication because they're having issues with their messages. He said he's going to message you, Eric.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm just now getting South Carolina Hustler saying box 1.
I know, man. StreamYard is like slow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
these shoes. Steve-O, the shoes that I was showing you is display shoes. So, just a sneak peek.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll get it out for sure.
I'm looking forward to it.
For sure, we'll be out.
So, what made you decide you were? What made you decide you were going to purchase a shed?
Just my wife saying that if I keep putting stuff on the dining room table, we're going to have problems.
That'll do it.
If you watch many of my videos, that table is not my office. I'll just tell you that. That is our dining room table, and she's like, something's got to happen here. Right. So, plus I was like, man, if I'm going to take this thing serious, like I need some workspace. Because, I mean, you guys work out of your home as well. You know what it is. Like, it's tough. It's tough to work out at your house because you're like, you know, I can go to the kitchen, get something to eat. You know, the TV's on the way. Like, if you're not, you know. Sure. And there's time sucks everywhere. Like, you know, that you kind of got to. So, for me, just even though that's behind the house, you know, it's still going to be kind of separate, and I can separate and do some work time and have space to work. I mean, that's the big thing.
Yeah, a big part of doing this is having that nice flow, having the whole process flow and out the door. Like instead of going here through one thing and running across the other side of the house to do another thing, and then, like you said, go to the kitchen table to I mean, like it's just nice to have a nice flow to everything. Makes for a nice work.
Yeah, I like how your stuff. Like when you showed me your basement there, how you've got the. Like for me, dude, I've got a place where I got to take pictures and pack and do all that on the same little table. Right. And then I've got shelving. Like the room I'm setting in is, I mean, we're pretty full in here. Like this behind me is just a glance at what is going on. But I got shelves all the way around me. Like, so it's one of those things.
There was someone living in our basement before. We had a roommate living down here, so I didn't have the basement. I literally took pictures and listed and packed in my master bedroom for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And did live.
So I know, like it's not fun. And like when I got this basement, it changed. It was a game changer. I call it the game changer. Like everything, I have a system now. I have like a production system where it just flows down and out the door.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice.
Because really, that's what it's about. You guys, have y'all ever watched Daily Refinement? Like, do you know who that is?
I haven't.
Man, that guy, he's all about some systems. Now, he approaches eBay a little different than what we do. He actually's got down to where he's one category. Like, he primarily sells shoes. Okay. And, I mean, but he kills it. Like, he's doing really well. But it's one of those things. Everything is a system. He's like, so basically, he's at the point that he is hiring people. And he literally has charts of this. Step one, do this, take this picture, this picture, this picture. And I was like, man, I mean, I know I had a franchise for a little while. And, I owned a Subway for about 8 years. When I did that, Subway has a program. This is the way you do it. And, I know, like I see Jeremy has put in the chat that systems help us. It is one of those things. If you can streamline what you're doing, because the days don't get any longer, right? Like there's only 24 hours. So if you're not a little bit more, in line with what you're doing. So for me right now, it's kind of scattered. Like I'm having to move stuff to do something else, And to get that shed, like I plan on, it might take me a little bit of time. My parents are down right now. They'll probably show up in some of my videos the next couple of weeks, but, they're going to be helping me kind of get stuff organized and in the shed and taking care of stuff. And so my dad is super OCD. so he can help with some of the organization. And my mom taught school for a long time. So she's like, yeah, I think this would help you. Some of you guys don't know, but my wife's going to start showing up in some videos a little bit. She had a stroke in 2001, so she's not able to help as much as what some people can. But she does a ton just with what she has. But as far as some of the paperwork side of things and that kind of thing, I kind of have to take care of that. So one of those things.
Cool. That's cool.
So I wanted to answer Steve's question here. Is it left or right foot?
Are they both the same foot, the shoes in the background? Looks like.
Yes. Yes. They, because they're just, I can't find the other matches to these. Apparently these were display shoes and the rest of them got threw away. So I couldn't find them.
That would have been a cool
Believe me, if I'd have found them.
Different.
Yeah.
A red and a blue set that if they were both different, but they're both the same foot, right?
They have some modern shoes like that. Yeah, they have some modern like Nikes that are like that. But it's one of the things. But yeah.
So are you gonna wire up that shed? You're gonna have all the power. Oh, sorry, Aaron.
No, you're good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've already got it's gonna come with some like power. So basically I'm gonna run it to the box and then I should be good to go.
Gotcha.
It's a 14 by 24 foot shed. So I'm going to have 16 feet of shelves, like 4 shelves with 2 aisles, a la Lonnie. But then the last 8 feet I'm going to use just, have a picture station, a packing station, and a little kind of office nook thing. And then right now we have a 4-bedroom house, but my kids are grown and they're out pretty much. So we're right now, the space I'm in right now, we're actually going to turn that back into a bedroom. And then I have another room that has storage in right now that I'm basically going to turn into a YouTube studio / office and keep my electronics stuff in there. Like still like some of my media and electronics, I don't want to put in the shed. Not because, I mean, I'm going to have air conditioner and stuff in there, but I just would feel more comfortable with it in the house. So testing and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's the plan. So we'll see how we get there.
So my question is about your daughter. So do you think you'll ever get her into it? I know she went with you on that haul, but
yeah, I have two daughters. One of them's 25 and one's 23. My oldest daughter, she don't really have any interest in this kind of stuff at all. Like she's the one that did the LuLaRoe and stuff. So she's just not into it. She said it stresses her out. Like she's a little OCD as well. Like she can't stand like stuff being not in its own little box. So she's not into it. My youngest is still figuring it out. She just graduated college last year. And the plan was she was going to get into volleyball. Like she played college volleyball. So she was going to get into coaching. And with the big city hitting like the way it did, she had plans to go to a grad assistant and get her master's. And obviously all that kind of went out the window with everything going on like it did. So she's actually got a job coaching high school here locally. And she may be doing that for a year or two just to kind of figure it out. And then we'll see what goes from there. But I had her doing some Amazon, and she did a little bit of it, but she hasn't got the bug like most of us. Like for her, it's not as big a deal. I mean, I try to talk to her about like, isn't it amazing? And I know you guys are in the same boat. Like when you sell something, you think about back in the day at like 20 years old, like whatever you're doing for work. I know what I was doing, like menial jobs, making like, for me, I'm a little older. I mean, I was making like $5.75 an hour, like when I was young. And I was like, so you think all of those items you put up, even the ones that were bad, you sell one item, you've made more than what you made in an hour back then. Like I was like, man, when you sell 10 items a day, like you just made more than what you made in a shift. Like I made more today than what I made in a week at 20 years old. Like so it's one of those things.
No, definitely you're right. Like, you know, even right now, there's times where I've had a day that, you know, that used to be a week's work and I did it in a day. You know, there's been only a hand, you know, in the time I've been doing this, there's only been a handful of them, but it's happened. I've had days that were better than a week's work for me when I was working.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things I talk to my kids all the time about, and I'm sure you guys, you know, into this as well. For me, and I mean, obviously we're doing YouTube, and you know, YouTube for me started out as a way to make more sales. That's what I really thought, and is a way to make more sales. But you know, for all of us, especially in the time we're living in, to have multiple streams of income, I mean, that's where it's at, really. Like if you can have multiple streams of income to where you're not tied down by one thing. Like if something fell out tomorrow, I'm not stuck. I've got other avenues coming in. And if you can blend those things together where you're making money all kinds of different ways, then that's where it's at. To really, for me, I mean, that's what I've told my kids. I was like, don't tie yourself to a job. Like my oldest daughter, she had a great job at a real estate company. When Corona hit, she's out. Like, and they're corporate, they still haven't hired back. Half the people they laid off, they hadn't hired back. So, you know, now she's like doing other stuff. Like she's working at a restaurant and working at a go-kart track, like that kind of stuff. So I'm like, hey, if you have reselling, for me, when this hit, I was in a great situation. I mean, I went from doing this essentially part-time to jumping to almost full-time. I still have other streams of income, but this is the number one now. Like I'm doing a lot more with this than what I was before. So
Yeah.
So did Amazon or eBay come first, Eric? For you?
I did both in the beginning. I did
Uh-huh.
Amazon for about 2 weeks, and I got kicked off the platform. So that's
Got the boot.
for me. I'll just tell you, man. I actually, I'm one of those people that I do a lot of research, but honestly, I was researching the wrong people,
Mm-hmm.
and I got told some kind of bad information,
Yep.
and so I listed some things, retail arbitrage, and when I listed those things, do you guys sell Amazon at all? Like, do y'all
I
do
used
anything
to a
with it?
little bit.
Yeah, I've
But-
done a little bit.
So some of these guys that do Amazon a lot will tell you Amazon's cutthroat. Like,
Yep.
it is cutthroat.
Mhm.
So what happened with me is I listed some coffee, and you know how it is with Amazon, right? You're gated in almost everything. So you're scanning everything. Hey, can I sell anything? So I found something that had a great ROI. And then what I looked at, I was like, man, I'm going to put this thing up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put it up on Amazon because it's got a great return. And I looked and seen there was only one other seller. I was like, only one other seller, and his pictures looked like garbage, man. I mean, it looked like he took them on the carpet of his house or something. Like, hey, this is sitting on my kitchen counter. Maybe you want to buy it, that kind of thing.
Right.
So that's what he was doing. So when he did that, I was like, man, I said, here's an opportunity. I might have found a little in. I went to one of my local, you guys know, are y'all familiar with Tuesday Morning? Do you know what that is?
Yep.
Tuesday Morning, kind of like TJ Maxx, but for other merchandise. Like, they have like more home decor, like free stuff. And so when I went there, they had this coffee on sale. Like, I mean, 30% of what it normally would be. So I was like, man, I'm like putting it all in. I went home, I listed 3 items. I got hit with inauthenticity. Boom, 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 3 times in a row. Within an hour, I was off of Amazon. Like, and I literally, that was in October. I've been sending them emails. I even paid some guy to help me write a plan of action to try to get back on. And I haven't been able to get back on. Like, I'm off. So then after that, I was like, okay, so I'm gonna shift gears. Let's go eBay. Let's do that. I've sold a little bit on Mercari, but not a ton. And honestly, just because I have some things coming up where I may have to take off a little bit of time, and I don't want to be like, I've got some people that may help me ship. So I don't want to put more on them trying to catch multiple apps and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's crazy with
Where
Amazon.
I'm at now.
Yeah, that's a bummer. But it happens to the best of us, because like you said, you're gated and everything, so you're just scanning everything, trying to figure out what you can and can't. And eBay's got their things too that they can stop you on, but not like Amazon.
Well, that's not just Amazon. Like, that has to do with the other seller too.
Yeah.
For that to happen.
Well, that's what I know happened now is after the fact. I'm like, exactly what happened was that guy said inauthenticity. And so here's some things you should know in case you're getting into Amazon. Guys, if you don't have a wholesale account, like to where you're buying like that kind of stuff from a wholesaler, got an actual invoice, a receipt will not work. I'll just tell you, I've tried it. It didn't work for me. Maybe other people have better luck, but it didn't work for me. When they asked for, hey, how did you purchase this? I sent that receipt in, and it was almost like I could hear them laughing in the email coming back, like, nah, this ain't a real receipt. You need to get it from actual manufacturer, this kind of stuff. There needs to be some proof this isn't inauthentic. And I was like, well, okay. So that's kind of what stuck me. So now I know. I do recognize it's just a completely different platform. And if I'd have took more time and maybe had somebody that could kind of take me under their wing, I know you guys know Nate and Anthony do a lot with Amazon. They know a lot more about it. Redneck Resale does a lot with Amazon, kind of behind the scenes. Most of the Amazon guys don't talk about it that much,
right?
But there's tons of that stuff. So for me, I may still get into Amazon down the road, but the other side of it for me is, you see what I'm talking about, like picking up stuff at yard sales. the ROI for me, I know it's a volume play with Amazon, but initially, like, I don't want to put out $2,000 to make $1,000. Like, if I can put out $100 and make $1,000, that's where I want to be. But to scale business, I understand that, you know, either find replenishables, get better systems, or, you know, something's got to come into play to make it streamline a little bit more, you know? So that's where I'm.
Well, that's good information. No, I mean, I still have my Amazon account, but I'm more into eBay and Poshmark and Mercari. I mean, I'm about done with Poshmark though, because it's a lot of work.
Do you use RAs at all in Poshmark, or you just do all your own closet?
No, I do all my stuff. Yeah.
I didn't know about. I tried Poshmark myself with the LuLaRoe stuff. I tried the Poshmark, and I didn't know anything about it. All these people started liking my stuff and everything, and I was like following me. I was like, wow, I'm gonna sell a ton on here. Like, I didn't understand it. I was like, man, why am I not selling anything? I've got like 1,000 people following me, but nobody's buying anything. So that's stuff that I'm like, well, you know, it's one of those things to figure out. But, you know, I mean, I know there's other platforms. Like I talked to Tim some, and you know, that joker's selling on like 9 platforms. I'm like, we had this. We had Kathy Ginger Marvin on this past Friday. She sells on Citizen, and like, she's one of the few people I know is just killing it on that platform. So I mean, I know there's other things out there. It's really a matter of, you know, for me, is working what's best for you and what you have to sell, because some things do sell better on there. Sam says the same thing. Posh, a great ego booster. I do like their positive messages. They still send me from time to time. You can do it. If you need a little encouragement, just sign up.
I don't want to keep you much longer. I know you've got family to get to. I've got family to get to. Jimmy's got family to get to. So that always comes first in my book. And I appreciate you being on, Eric. I want to have you on in the future. I appreciate it.
I enjoyed it. Maybe we'll get StreamYard working a little better next time. So, for all of us.
We'll tell everyone thank you for coming in. That's in the chat. I've seen a couple of people pop in. I appreciate you guys coming in.
Jacob come on. Man. I haven't seen him in a minute. I think Dean asked you about how do you get good results on Poshmark.
D, I don't. I sell like one thing a month.
I don't think there's anybody here that can answer that question. I don't even have a Poshmark account.
I talked Jimmy out of Poshmark.
Jimmy, you gotta sign up, man. They encourage you. They send you little messages about every other day. Just little.
They're going to be my motivational team.
Well, thank you, everyone. Bye now.